Hey everyone, welcome to Cutting Down the Nets. It's March 2nd and things are heating up as we get closer to the tournament. Speaking of heating up, we have crawled through the tunnel of poop and we're not free yet, but we have seen tremendous progress. With the Okie State ad last night, we have got to 50%. Not something I'm proud of as we're not profitable yet, but it has been quite the grind to get out of that awful stretch that I had never experienced before. There was even a joke in my little community about why don't you just start over at 0-0 and rebrand. So the joke was that there would be a show called Cutting the Nets Down, which is in no way affiliated with cutting down the Nets. But we ride on. Our lone loss last night was Arizona shooting hundreds of mid-range jumpers at Dana Altman's zone, which was frustrating. And I think back to all the times I've been to Las Vegas watching basketball, and my brother and I have sworn that if we were coaches and you shot a mid-range jumper or a shot, just a few feet inside the three-point line, it'd just be auto bench. Like, it's like getting your fourth foul in the first half or third foul. Like, you're just auto benched. Like, not going to allow that. So an interesting thing here as I watched Arizona shoot these jumpers is this morning Matt Norlander, who writes for CBS, had a story on the great Nate Oates. Nate Oates is Alabama's head coach, and he came from Buffalo. So his concepts are not new, but I want to show you what the shot chart Bama had against LSU looks like. This is beautiful. No mid-range jumpers. And in fact, when they even shot like a couple in the paint, like they didn't go in. So again, he didn't invent this concept, but I appreciate him enforcing it. And this story went on to explain how he does it. And this is what their practice court looks like. And he rewards only 1 point for mid-range shots, which is just hilarious. So they'll have these scrimmages where they go to like 12 points or whatever, and you get 2 points for a shot in the paint, a 3 for a 3. But if you shoot a mid-range jumper, it's only worth 1. God, it's not that hard, people. It's just not that hard. So, all right, back to gambling. That's my X's and O's for the day, and hat tip to Nate Oates and why I like Alabama so much. All right, here is the pool for today. We have a lot of Maction and some Horizon Tournament action as well. So we've got Buffalo and Toledo from the MAC. And we've got Wright from the Horizon. So a couple notes here on some of these games. Wright State, my only concern is it's kind of a big number. It's the third time that they've played Milwaukee, and the first two games I think were 10 points and 11 points. So take that for what you will. Pitt, Xavier Johnson and Toney, the two leading scorers on Pitt, or two of the three leading scorers on Pitt, have left the program. The program's kind of in disarray, I guess. They played one game without him. I made a significant downgrade to their offensive efficiency, and this is still showing as a play for me. So even after adjustments, I'm at 9.6. Before adjustments, it was, I think, 2.5, 3 points higher. So the question is, how many points are those guys worth? And the answer is not this many, in my opinion. So Pitt and Wake both will play day one of the ACC tournament. You could argue there's not a lot to play for, whatever it may be. I think it has crept down enough where I'm willing to bet it. When it was at 6.5, I was like, it's kind of a play, but I'll stay away. And the thing just keeps plummeting. So you may even get a better number than 4.5, which is interesting. Xavier Georgetown, I've seen this situation many times before. This is where I like to take the home team in this situation. Vandy LSU, same story as the weekend. Scottie Pippen Jr. not likely to play. Who knows if he will? In any event, I think there's some value in Vandy. Toledo's got a big number at Keno Davis's Central Michigan. Rasir Bolton is questionable for Iowa State against Texas. And then we're getting into some fringe plays from there. Other games on the schedule that should be exciting games. I did not see enough discrepancy to lay any bets, but I think one thing that's kind of interesting to note is sometimes it seems like I'm on a team. Georgia Tech, for example. I think I've bet Georgia Tech like 4 times on the show. Arkansas, for example. We've been there with Bama. This is not a I bet that team no matter what type of deal. Like, the market has caught up to what I thought, and they're no place for me right now. Doesn't mean we won't bet them again. Doesn't mean we won't bet against them, but just shows what a data-driven approach looks like. I really went into today thinking at 6.5 that Arkansas would be a play, and data spit out same point spread. So take that for what it's worth. Let's get into the games. Number 1, I will take Buffalo -6. It was 5 last night, but life kind of caught up with me. So we are on 6. Looking at simulations, I'd go up to 8 or better. You should not have to, but as this game gets close to tip, it is possible that your number is worse than 6. Next up, Patrick Chewing. What's up, Ryan? Getting 2.5 against Xavier. It's the best commercial like ever. Just the weight of Patrick, the generic jersey. It's just one of my favorites. So rock on with Georgetown getting 2.5. I have not got Wright State correct this whole year. It seems like I got sucked in again. I'm going to do it. Just give me the hook. Rip my gills. I'm a guppy. I will take Wright State -13 in the Horizon Conference Tournament. Will I bet Pitt without those guys? Everyone's favorite, I look like I'm currently farting coach, Jeff Capel, is getting my vote today. Seriously, this guy always looks like he's farting currently. And definitely when he's on the sidelines, but even his stock photo looks like he's currently farting, which I think is funny. So Pitt -4.5, I'll take it. The lines come down enough. It's probably not a good situation and maybe a better stay away, but it's March and I like to gamble. Let's go. And game number 5. I just don't like betting against LSU, but we have enough points here, in my opinion. It's just LSU can score in bunches. However, against better judgment, I am going to take Vanderbilt plus the 12.5. So that's what we have for today. And look forward to tomorrow. Look forward to getting north of 50%. And thank you for stopping by, Cutting Down the Nets.